Hey, what is up guys, it's Jay-Z here and welcome for another build for Godfall. Today we are looking at a new build for Vertigo. This is a really strong Archon Fury build which does absolutely crazy amount of damage as well as uses some really good augments that will make you totally invincible. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Godfall builds. With that, let's get straight into the build. So there are at this point 2 items in the game that will make you totally invincible for a small duration. One is the amulet called the Amulet of the Betrayer, and one is the Augment Implacable. Both of these 2 items will give you full invincibility for either 5 seconds, or if you have the primal version then you will have 7 seconds. For this build we will be using the Augment Implacable. Every time we use a lifestone we will be invulnerable from all incoming damage for 7 seconds. Since lifestones give you bonuses as well as healing, for those 7 seconds you will be able to kill everything in that time. Also, it's such a good way to get out of really bad situations where you may be surrounded by enemies, and even when you use lifestones you can still die sometimes. With this you can actually use lifestones as an attacking item rather than a healing item. With that, let's get into the items that work best for this build. For the weapons we'll be using the Sincerity. This will give us Archon Fury charge whenever you defeat an ailment inflicted enemy. Since this is an Archon Fury build, this weapon works great for this. What's good about this weapon as well is during your Archon Fury, while you get killed, your Archon Fury bar will keep recharging. Getting multiple kills will extend your Archon Fury duration by a good amount. For the secondary weapon, we'll be using anything that you want. Since this build doesn't have a lot of healing at all, since we want to use our lifestones to get invulnerability, it's best to keep the Last Victory on as the secondary weapon. Since some shower rooms will have your lifestones disabled, it's best to keep the Last Victory so you can keep healing in those rooms. Other weapons that work well for this build is the Wanderer's Ambition for greater damage if you need it. Blades of Regret also work really well if you want to use Consume. On your weapons you should have crit chance, and make sure to upgrade it and add more crit chance as your masterwork trait as well. The amulet that I use for this build is the Collabol's Legacy, which gave me abilities from the Amulet of the Betrayer as well as the Sunwave Pendant. This is such a great amulet to use as you will be getting invulnerability if you happen to die, and also Archon Fury charge when you soul shatter enemies. For the charm, I use the Mator Star to get weapon tech charge and to apply the Mark of Fragility when you inflict an element. It is not really needed, you could all just get away with using the Lion's Talisman if you wanted to. Make sure on your charm and your amulet you have crit chance, and add crit chance as a mastery trait as well. For the rings, we will be using the Ancestral Band. This will give us more Archon Fury charge whenever we hit a weak point. A great way to charge up your Archon Fury a lot faster. If you are planning to use the Blades of Regret and to using Consume, change this ring with the Heavenly Reversal. For the second ring, we will be using the Dust Lord Signet. This will allow us to expose weak points as well as have our weapon techniques to inflict ailments. For the Lifestone, we will be using the Archon's Tear, the strongest and most important item for this build, as we want to get the biggest bonus from using Lifestones when we are invulnerable, and this is the best to use. For the banner, we will be keeping it to the Mace's bandroll. Now let's take a look at the augments. For the Might augments, first we are using the Twilight Bloom to get the massive weapon technique damage. For the next augment we are using the Iron Heart to get more crit chance but lower our rampage charge speed. Again, no big deal for this build. Then we have Focus just to get that little bit of overhealth whenever we critical hits. For the last Might augment we have Absorption to get Archon Fury charge speed whenever we hit a weak point. On all your Might augments, make sure to get weak point damage, weaken tech damage or element power. For the one and only Vitality augment we are going to be using Rift to get bonus damage per element on the enemy. Let's take a look at the Spirit augments. As you know, the most important augment is the Implacable. If you have the primal version, you will get 2 extra seconds of invulnerability, so it's good to have. The next augment we have is the Furious Conviction. This will give us a Lifestone's charge whenever we activate our Archon Fury. Since we'll be charging Archon Fury super quickly, we can keep getting these free Lifestone's charges to use. Then we have Mind Drift. This will give us another big Archon Fury damage boost. Make sure to place it in this position since it needs 2 adjacent blue augments. Then for the last augment we have the Divine Conduit to give us more Archon Fury charge speed whenever we are hit. Make sure on all your Spirit augments you upgrade Archon Fury damage and add more Archon Fury damage as your masterwork trait as well. Here is a look at the skill tree. We don't have a lot of healing, so we want to go fully into recovery, so when we do use our Lifestones or our Last Victory weapon, we can heal super quickly. Everything else is just basically standard. Get timing attacks if you are planning to use Consume. Here's a look at the essential powers and the stat sheet. That is it for the build, guys. It's a really great and fun build to use. It is also super strong, especially when you activate Archon Fury. Since we have such high Archon Fury damage and weak wound damage, when you're an Archon Fury you can kill everything super quickly. Since the Dust Lord signal will constantly exploit weak points when you inflict elements, and Vertigo's Archon Fury will almost constantly inflict elements with each hit, it has no problem killing anything after floor 20 in the towers without even using weapon techniques. The one augment that gives you invulnerability is so useful, especially in fights with Morax, or in Lightbreaker when you have 3 mid-bosses and greater curses on. Just using your lifestone is enough for you to jump in and get those quick kills on everything. Also, having your Archon Fury recharge your lifestones as well, so you can keep using them as much as you want. The game also drops a lot of health orbs, so you should have no problems or shortage of lifestones. It is so useful, especially when you find yourself in the Guardian Koroko's circle, and when he goes full berserk. Using the lifestones can still get you killed sometimes. But with this one augment, you can easily kill him since he can't harm you at all. God, I hate this guy. The basic combo you want to go for in this build is just to take a hit at the beginning of the fight. Then pop your lifestone and kill everything super quickly while you're totally armored. Then activate your Archon Fury to get that lifestone charge back if you haven't picked up any health orbs already. Using your longsword will extend your Archon Fury duration for quite a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed the build. Comment down below what you all think. I really found it super easy to do Lightbringer with this build, regardless of what greater curses I had on, especially in the Fire Realm. Let me know, I would love to hear from you all. I will catch you all next time.